And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Money is a motive tonight as tax season inches closer and closer. Now, the official start is in just a few days, next Monday, January 23rd. For some of you watching at home, you may be wondering how to file if you receive payments through apps like Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. That includes a lot of gig workers out there who are paid that way. Certified public accountant Ed Gardner joins us here on The Factor Uncensored with more. So I wanted to make sure there are a lot of people working the bars, restaurant industry, and they're paid through Cash App. Right. They're paid through Venmo and many apps like that. How do they deal with that for tax season? Because a lot of them think they're being paid under the table, but are they?
Well, IRS realizes that, Venmo, PayPal, that's cash, and people are receiving the money, and you're supposed to pay taxes on the money that you earn. So you have a lot of people who are gig workers. They work part-time, independent contractors. In today's economy, people try to do what they can to pay their bills, and you need to report this. So in the American Rescue Act, the government was going to change it where someone receives $600 or more, the people, Venmo, PayPal, had to issue what was called a 1099-K. And of course there was a big uproar with people, telling the government you're going after people making a lot more money and the paperwork with it. So they came out toward the end of December saying that they're going to suspend that and go back to the old rules where if you had 200 transactions and 20,000 that they have to report that income.
So for those who think they can skirt under the radar, is the IRS monitoring any of those cash apps, any of those apps that we know, not specifically Cash App, but apps that we consider cash? Are they monitoring those? And so for those who want to skirt under the radar, can they do it?
Well, it's going to be hard.
You're our accountant, Ed.
All right.
Don't be the government's accountant. Let's tell them what they can do.
You have to
but advise them to do the right thing.
Right. You have to understand that that's going to end up going into your bank account. And so the government, if they audit you, they're going to ask for your bank statements. And they're going to say, Isaiah, where'd you get all this extra money from? And then you're going to have to, show where it came from. So what's important when people have these part-time jobs or independent contractors, whether it be a babysitter or dog walker, whatever the case is, they should report the income. And they need to also, if they have bills, they need not only, if I pay you through Venmo or I pay you through PayPal for a service you provided to me to run my business, you need to also have invoices and you need to have receipts because IRS likes paper, especially here in the Houston district.
So if you're dealing with a threshold of under $20,000, $30,000, are you likely to raise that red flag or you just never know?
You never know, but for a lot of people, they may skate under the radar. But of course, if IRS comes to you and you end up owing taxes, they're also going to charge you penalties and interest.
Now, how difficult and cumbersome will it be when it becomes $600?
Well, that's going to be harder because a lot of people are going to have a wake up to where they're going to have to report that on their tax return. They'll have to do a Schedule C, and they're going to, of course, have their expenses, but they need to have the documentation on any expenses against that income. And again, IRS can go back up to 3 years, and audit you.
Oh my God. So you need to be prepared and be honest.
That's right. We have like a reprieve right now, but people at the beginning of the year, and if they go ahead with the suspension and they start enacting it, it's the beginning of the year, you need to start keeping your records. And something important like with Venmo, maybe we go to dinner and you're going to reimburse me your share. So you're going to have personal reimbursements on there. So I recommend to people to have 2 Venmo accounts, one for personal and one for business.
Okay, smart idea, but it's so difficult, Ed, so difficult. Always good to see you here on The Factor Uncensored, and we appreciate you. We'll see you back here the next time with some more valuable information.